Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Villages Pops Chorus Band and the Villages Pops Chorus, directed by Mr. Bill Davis.
everyone, and welcome to our annual Christmas concert. I don't know how to tell you how moved we are by your support. For the fourth holiday concert in a row, we have sold out weeks before the show. I guess we can call that a holiday tradition now, can't we? And I know if you're looking around at this one and seeing a lot of empty chairs, that's because our 3 o'clock concert is capped at 600 people because of parking limitations. And for our evening performance, we'll have 1,000 people in here because they can park across the street. The business across the street frown on that during the day. For some reason, I don't get it. On behalf of the Girl Scout alumni and their Pajama Book Drive and the Sumter Youth Center, our charitable beneficiaries for this concert, we thank you. Please allow me to thank some very important people. First, the Pops Chorus Band. And the other two people who began this group with me, and without either of them I couldn't possibly have done it. First, our wonderful accompanist, Joanne Hannabrink. And of course, our Director of Administration, and the chorus knows that means she keeps the director straight, Sue Davis. And in the booth, our wonderful sound, lighting, and video people and great friends, Cindy Kubek, Steve Reel, and Freya Sherman. Okay. Oh, and of course, our ushers. Thank you, ushers. On with the show. The band's opening song included solos by Mary Lund, Tom Shaponik, Bob Watkins, and Dave Shahara. Our opening number was a Stevie Wonder hit from 1970. You may have remembered that one. Our next song is a monster hit for the Carpenters and reached #1 on the Billboard's Christmas singles chart in 1970, 71, and 73. Then we'll have Darlene Love's signature Christmas song that Rolling Stone ranked as the #1 rock and roll Christmas song of all time. But first, here's everyone's favorite from the Carpenters.
Greeting cards have all been sent. The Christmas. And darling, I really miss you. So baby, please, please, come on home.
Thank you. Nice job, Joe Gagne, doing her Darlene Love impersonation at the beginning. Our next song will be our first of what we call featured acts. Some songs spotlighting the folks in our group who are wonderful soloists or small groups, trios, duets, who knows what it might be. Tonight it happens to be mostly soloists. First up is Bill McGoy with a lovely and sentimental song written by a good friend of his. So we expect you probably haven't heard it before. I'm very logical, if nothing else. Then the chorus will sing a song co-written by Frank Sinatra, one of only 7 songs that I could find that he is credited with as a songwriter. The song was recorded in 1957 and was the theme song for the 1960 Christmas Seals campaign. But first, here's Bill with a song about our favorite night of the year.
See the lights on Christmas Eve, the presents piled beneath the tree, a magic wonderland to see, a children's world of make-believe. See the joy a Christmas toy will bring this night to girls and boys. It's Santa's time to make his flight, to brighten up the faces here tonight. A mother and father wrapping up packages by the score, trying to hide the contents from someone peeking around the door. Feel the warmth on Christmas Eve, a family's gift of love and peace, a magic time for you and me. It's Christmas time. A mother and father wrapping up packages by the score, trying to hide the contents from someone peeking around the door. Feel the warmth on Christmas Eve, a family's gift of love and peace, a magic time for you and me, of candy canes and tiny reindeer, kings and herald angels singing, fun for all and deck the hall. It's Christmas Eve.
Nice job, Bill. In 1950, a cartoonist named Charles M. Schulz published his first comic strip about a group of little kids. The strip ran from October 2nd, 1950 to February 13th, 2000, continuing in reruns afterwards. It was called simply Peanuts. And it has become among the most popular and influential in the history of comic strips, with 17,896 strips published in all, making it arguably the longest story ever told by one human being. At its peak in the mid to late 60s, Peanuts ran in over 2,600 newspapers with a readership of around 355 million in 75 countries and was translated into 21 languages. An animated TV special based on the Peanuts comic strip A Charlie Brown Christmas first aired in 1965, and it has become a holiday tradition ever since. In addition, the jazz score from the music has sold over 4 million copies. Guess what our next song is going to be? I was very happy to find this wonderful arrangement of the iconic Christmas Time Is Here from that show. That will be followed by the song we are using to commemorate the celebration of Hanukkah this year. The song is from the classic animated musical The Prince of Egypt, which tells the story of Moses leading the Jewish people out of Egypt. Our song, written by Broadway composer Stephen Schwartz, won the Oscar for Best Song from a Motion Picture. And if you have a little trouble understanding the lyrics at one point in the song, it could be because the middle verse is in Hebrew. But first, here's the song from Charlie Brown's big TV show. Thank you. Last December, our wonderful guitarist Bill Neal posted a link on Facebook to a Christmas song recorded by Helen Reddy that included a beautiful guitar solo, which he played on the recording. Well, you know I'm not going to let an opportunity like that pass us up. So I asked him if he would be willing to recreate it for us, and he agreed. So I asked Melody Gardner to sing it with him. So here are Melody and Bill with There's No Christmas Like a Home Christmas.
I'm supposed to. Okay. Never mind. I'm gonna put it back in. Sorry, Bill. There is no Christmas like a home Christmas with your dad and mother, sister and brother there, with their hearts humming about your homecoming, and that merry Yuletide spirit fills the air. Christmas bells, ringing loud and strong. Follow them, you've been away too long. There is no Christmas like a home Christmas, for that's the time of year all roads lead home. Christmas bells, ringing loud and strong. Follow them, you've been away too long. There is no Christmas like a home Christmas, for that's the time of year, that's the time of year, that's the time of year all roads lead home. Merry Christmas.
Thank you, Melody and Bill. Wonderful job. I expect you all know that the first recording of Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer was done by Gene Autry. But did you know that his now classic recording, which, by the way, was made 70 years ago this year, almost didn't happen? Autry didn't like the song and never intended to record it. But he was recording another song that he needed a B-side for a record. That song was called If It Doesn't Snow on Christmas. Remember that? No, neither does anybody else. Autry's wife persuaded him to record Rudy for the B-side, and he and the band recorded it in one take. I think he was glad he did, because it sold 1.75 million copies its first Christmas, and eventually sold a total of 12.5 million copies. Cover versions included, sales exceed 150 million copies, second only to Bing Crosby's White Christmas for best-selling Christmas song. Our version is perhaps unlike any you've heard before, and we think it's a lot of fun. And as you might be able to tell, we're getting ready for a little fun. Then the band will help us rock out with a new way of looking at Santa's big night. Yeah, we're ready for a little fun. So now here's our version of the song Gene Autry never wanted to record.
You know Dasher and Dancer and Prancer and Vixen, Comet and Cupid and Donner and Blitzen. But do you recall the most famous reindeer of all?
I'm Jo. As you can tell, the Pops Chorus folk singers are getting ready to give us a song, and it's a beautiful ballad written by Randy Sparks, the founder of the New Christy Minstrels, and included on their first Christmas album, Merry Christmas. It's a short, simple, but lovely song about one of the people at the manger on that first Christmas morning. Jack Strite has a lovely tenor solo in the song. Then, Sue Schuler will sing a song written by Broadway legend Frank Lesser. Mr. Lesser was the composer and lyricist for Guys and Dolls and How to Succeed in Business Without Really Trying, among other successful Broadway shows. In addition to the song Sue will perform, he also wrote another song for this time of year that he and his wife would sing at parties at their home. They had been performing the song for a number of years before they would finally record it. It was called Baby It's Cold Outside. Not this year. Sue's song is about that holiday at the end of our celebrations. Now here are the folk singers with a wonderful song about the first Christmas and every Christmas since.
Early one Christmas morning, ever so long ago, the brightest of stars in heaven shone down on the earth below. Shepherds and wise men together offered their treasures of gold, and yet there was one so humble who gave neither silver nor gold. I'm just a lowly shepherd boy, no earthly riches have I, but the love and devotion I give thee will last till the waters run dry. The treasures of shepherds and wise men, ashes to ashes have gone. The gift of a poor humble shepherd boy in the spirit of Christmas lives on. The love and devotion of a poor shepherd boy in the spirit of Christmas lives on.
Maybe it's much too early in the game. But I thought I'd ask you just the same. What are you doing New Year's? New Year's Eve. I wonder whose arms will hold you good and tight when it's exactly 12 o'clock that night, welcoming in the New Year's. New Year's Eve. Maybe I'm crazy to suppose I'd ever be the one you chose. out of 1,000 invitations you'd receive. But in case I stand one little chance, here comes the jackpot question in advance. What do you do in New Year's? New Year's Eve. Maybe I'm crazy to suppose that you choose me. Oh, but in case I stand one little chance, here comes that jackpot question in advance. What do you do in New Year's? New Year's Eve. Let's get together, New Year's. New Year's Eve.
Thank you, Sue. Great job. And thanks, Jack and my fellow folkies. I also wanted to mention, and I didn't get a chance before, and I forgot to ask Joe to do it, but I wanted to recognize Tom Shaponik for his great sax solo on the Rudy song a while ago. So here's a little trivia question for you. Walt Disney is the person with the most Academy Award nominations at 59. Who's number 2? It is the composer of our next song, John Williams. He has been nominated a phenomenal 51 times. I don't have the time to detail all his awards, but let me summarize by saying that he has won 24 Grammys, 7 British Academy Film Awards, 5 Academy Awards, 4 Golden Globe Awards, and 3 Emmys. What, nothing from Broadway? What's the matter? In addition, the American Film Institute selected Williams' score of 1977's Star Wars as the greatest American film score of all time. Our song by Mr. Williams comes from the film Home Alone, the lovely Somewhere in My Memory.
Special people, happy faces.
Thank you. What a pretty song, huh? A lot of his songs are very, very nice. As I was writing these introductions, it struck me that maybe I'm missing the winter, because our next three songs have a decidedly winter connection. First, we have a song about that nasty character, Little Jack Frost, who Wikipedia describes as a personification of frost, ice, snow, sleet, winter, and freezing cold. Yep, that's about it. Our song pretty much describes what we would all like to tell him. Then we'll have a new song in the style of the wonderful 50s ballads, written by one of our favorite arrangers, Jay Althouse. It might invoke in you folks from the North memories of winters past when you were young and in love. Then Jan Lavin will give us a little twist on another winter song, or at least it was a winter song before Jan got hold of it. And now let's send Jack Frost a message.
palm trees wave. Are you listening? In the pool, the water's glistening. A beautiful sight. We're happy tonight, living in a Florida wonderland. Gone away, bye-bye, is the blizzard. Here to stay is the lizard. A warm sunny day, we like it that way, living in a Florida wonderland. On the beach we can plan a picnic, turtles, sand and seagulls and sun. Christmas dinner is an old tradition. It's grouper and snow crabs by the ton. Later on we'll perspire as temperatures rise even higher. A warm sunny day, we like it that way, living in a Florida wonderland. In the yard we can plant a palm tree, then pretend to shovel lots of snow. You'll say, do I miss it? I'll say, no, ma'am. I feel younger by the minute, don't you know? Later on, we'll conspire and grill some ribs, yum, on the fire. The plants that we've laid, root, sun, and shade, living in a Florida wonderland. I said living in a Florida wonderland. Wait a minute. I said living in the village's wonderland.
Thank you, Jan. Great job as always. I wanted to be sure to point out the dates of our shows next year in your program. You may want to buy your tickets early, just saying. And by the way, we do have a date for the Folk Singers' next Give a Hoot benefit concert. It will be on April 21st, right here at North Lake at 6 o'clock. One performance not listed in the Pops is the Pops Folk Quartet, the four guys in the middle of the whole folk singer group. Will be performing for one of the free outdoor concerts sponsored by the Village's Recreation Department. It will be on the Fenny Porch at the Fenny Rec Center on Wednesday, January 15th from 2 to 3:30, and it's free. Just bring something to sit in because you're sitting on the lawn all over the place. It's really a nice place. In addition to the folk quartet, we'll have a few other folks from the larger folk singers group singing a few songs with us as well. Okay, time for another Christmas classic with a song recorded by Bing Crosby in 1943. The song is sung from the point of view of a soldier stationed overseas during World War II, writing a letter to his family. It was an instant hit in 1943 and since has been recorded by dozens of artists. Then we'll have the song that was supposed to be Judy Garland's second big Christmas hit song after Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas. It never quite reached that level, maybe because it was introduced in a film called In the Good Old Summertime. Our version was arranged by Ryan O'Connell, the son of villager and well-known musician Kevin O'Connell, who has played a number of times with our Pops Chorus Band. Then Martin Haynes, one of our bass section, will introduce our final song, A Wish for the Season for All of Us. On behalf of the Pops Chorus Band, the Girl Scouts Alumni Group, and the Sumter Youth Center, thanks very much for coming and travel safely on your way home, but not for another 3 songs.
Even more than I
Thank you all so much for being with us to celebrate this wonderful time of year. We hope we have brought back some fond memories and added to your joy this season. Whichever is appropriate for you, we wish you a Merry Christmas, a Happy Hanukkah, and Happy Holidays.